Hello friends, Mr. Recaped is with you. In this video I would like to tell you about a short film called Guest. The film begins with the fact that we see the facade of a country house, and judging by the screams, something terrible is happening there. Next, we are introduced to Mary, the main character. Her head and eyes are bandaged, as if after a serious injury. She has just come to her senses and is trying to have a dialogue with her. But we do not hear anything until a hearing aid is inserted into her ear. The woman says that she found Mary in the bath of her house in an unconscious state, and she learned her name from her wallet. And after asking what happened last night, we get into the mind of Mary and go on a journey through the memory of the victim. We see Mary running through the gloomy landscape, as if fleeing from something. She runs up to the house, knocks, but no one opens it. Most likely there is no one there. But under the rug she finds the keys to the house. Opening the door, she turns around, and in the courtyard of the house she sees a strange creature that looks like a man, as if painted face. Mary closes the door and runs to the kitchen, grabs a kitchen knife and tries to hide in the bathroom, but this is useless. And after a couple of seconds, the creature appears already in front of her and stares at her without expressing any emotions. Mary does not believe in what is happening, closes her eyes and hits herself in the face. But nothing happens. Two huge eyes continue to look at the victim. This continues for several minutes, until Mary in desperation takes bleach and, screaming in pain, she falls to the floor. Indeed, she stops seeing him, but now she hears his heavy breathing, which is growing with every second. Mary fumbles for a knife and sticks it in her ears. There is silence. Then we see her again in bed with her head wrapped around. The woman tells her that the doctor will come soon, and she needs to leave. She goes out and closes the room. Mary tries to remove the bandage to look around, but sees a monster sitting on the edge of the bed. He looks at the woman for a while, but then turns away, as if feeling remorse for everything that happened. The most likely explanation for this film is that Mary suffers from schizophrenia, and everything described happened just during an exacerbation of the disease. Probably such an attack occurred when the woman was returning home from a walk. It suddenly seemed to her that she was being pursued by a monster, protection from which she found in an empty house. And the peculiarity of patients with schizophrenia is that it is very difficult for them to determine the true nature of what is happening. That is, to realize how real the threat is. In the episode with the bathroom, the monster does not disappear anywhere and the girl's brain comes to a radical decision. She deprives herself of sight and hearing. Nevertheless, one of her eyes survived, and the hearing aid allows, at least slightly, but still to hear the world around her. So the monster, instead of going back to the subconscious, continues to sit on the edge of Mary's bed, albeit with an air of some kind of regret. Note the monster's ears, the same wounds as Mary's. Does she see herself? You can also see in the image of a monster the attitude of society towards people with mental illness. Healthy people are ready to look indifferently, even with some interest, at the problems of the sick, at all their attempts to cope with the diagnosis or reduce its consequences. And when a tragedy happens, as in the case of the City Hall, we are ready to bow our heads in sympathy, thinking that we could somehow prevent the situation, but we did nothing. Friends, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Good luck to all.